Your teeth are rotting. Not metaphorically, literally. The enamel is cracking, the gums are bleeding, and a molar in the back has started to throb in a way that suggests it's planning something violent. The toothpaste ran out 3 months ago, the fluoride tablets are gone, and the nearest dentist is either dead or charging fees and ammunition you can't afford. But tooth decay doesn't wait for civilization to reboot. It's an infection that spreads from root to jawbone to bloodstream. Sepsis doesn't care that society collapsed, and in a world without antibiotics, a rotten tooth can kill you just as dead as a bullet. So what do? You piss in a jar. You let it sit, and then you use it to clean your teeth, just like the Romans did, just like humans did for over 2,000 years before Colgate convinced you that minty fresh was the only option. The obvious question is why? The answer is ammonia. Fresh urine contains urea. When it sits for a few days, bacteria break that urea down into ammonia, a powerful alkaline compound. It cuts through organic buildup and kills bacteria. It's the same chemical in modern cleaning products, just without the fake lemon scent. The Romans knew this. They didn't have chemistry textbooks, but they had observation. They saw that aged urine cleaned things, like the oils from wool before dyeing. It worked so well that public urinals were set up across Rome, and the contents were collected, taxed, and sold to laundries.
Urine was a commodity. And at some point, someone with a toothache figured out it worked on teeth too. The poet Catullus even mocked a rival for having gleaming white teeth, implying he achieved it by brushing with urine. This wasn't a fringe practice. It was documented and spread across Europe for centuries, with medieval barbers, who doubled as dentists, recommending it. Here's the science. Your mouth is a bacterial war zone. The main culprit for cavities, Streptococcus mutans, feeds on sugar and produces lactic acid. That acid dissolves your enamel. Untreated, the decay hits the pulp, infects the root, and spreads to your jaw. Game over. Modern toothpaste works by scrubbing away plaque and neutralizing acids. In a world without it, aged urine does the same job chemically. Ammonia is a base. It neutralizes the acid, raising the pH of your mouth and making it harder for those bacteria to thrive. It also breaks down plaque's biofilm and even whitens your teeth. It's a mild bleaching agent. Disgusting? Absolutely. Effective? Unfortunately, yes. So how do you actually do this? First, fresh urine does not work. You need the ammonia, so you let it age. Find a glass or ceramic container, never metal. Pour in your urine.
Seal it loosely so gases can escape. Leave it in a cool, dark place for 3 to 5 days. You'll know it's ready when it smells sharp and pungent, like a gas station bathroom in August. If it smells sweet or rotten, toss it and start over. Now, dilution is critical. You do not use it straight. It will burn your gums. Mix 1 part aged urine with 3 parts clean water. Swish it around your mouth for 30 seconds. Spit it out. Then rinse thoroughly with clean water. Do this once a day. Your mouth will taste like a nightmare. But survival isn't a spa day. There are safety concerns. Urine from a healthy person is sterile when it leaves the body, but the aging process invites bacteria in. So rule 1, only use urine from a healthy individual, ideally your own. If the person has a UTI or kidney disease, those pathogens can't survive. Rule 2, never swallow it. Swish and spit. Rule 3, if your gums start bleeding more or you get sores, stop. Your solution is too strong or you're having a bad reaction. In the end, this isn't about fresh breath. It's a grim calculus, a choice between profound disgust and a slow, agonizing death from infection. It's the most revolting survival hack you'll ever need, and one that just might keep you alive long enough to see if civilization ever comes back. Let's talk alternatives. Because maybe you're not quite ready to commit to the Roman dental plan. If you have baking soda, that's a good bet. It's a base, it neutralizes acids, and people have used it for over a century. Mix it with water into a paste. It's less effective than modern toothpaste, but it's solid. Salt works too. Coarse salt scrubbed on your teeth mechanically removes plaque. It won't neutralize acids, but it's better than nothing. Charcoal, actual charcoal from a wood fire, not grill briquettes, can be powdered and used as an abrasive cleaner. But you have to be gentle. Too much scrubbing with anything abrasive will wear down your enamel. If you're near certain plants, you have even more options. Neem twigs have been used as toothbrushes in India for thousands of years. Chew the end into bristles and scrub. But here's the reality. None of those are as chemically effective at neutralizing acid and killing bacteria as ammonia. The Romans didn't use urine because they were ignorant. They used it because it worked. So why did we stop? Because in the 1800s, we figured out how to synthesize better compounds. Fluoride was discovered. Mass production made toothpaste cheap. And marketing made minty freshness a social expectation. Urine became taboo not because it stopped working, but because we found better, more pleasant options. But in a world where supply chains are gone, where you're 3 years into a collapse and your last tube of toothpaste is a distant memory, taboos don't matter. What matters is whether your teeth stay in your head.
Because you only get 2 sets. Lose your adult teeth and you're eating soft foods for the rest of your significantly shortened life. You can't chew meat, you can't process tough vegetables, your nutrition tanks, and then your health spirals. And infections? A tooth abscess can spread to your jaw, your sinuses, your brain. Before antibiotics, people died from infected teeth all the time. It wasn't rare, it was common. So yeah, urine toothpaste is disgusting. It's revolting. It violates every modern sensibility. But it's also 2,000 years of empirical evidence that says it works. The Romans had white teeth. Medieval peasants had surprisingly decent teeth. Why? Because they used what they had, and what they had was ammonia-rich, aged urine. If the alternative is losing your teeth and dying from sepsis in a world with no dentists, well, maybe pissing in a jar doesn't sound so bad after all. Here's the checklist. Collect urine in a clean container. Let it age for 3 to 5 days in a cool, dark place. The urea breaks down into ammonia. Dilute 1 part aged urine with 3 parts water. Swish for 30 seconds. Spit. Rinse thoroughly with clean water. Do this once a day. Supplement with mechanical cleaning, a frayed stick, a piece of cloth. Your teeth will stay cleaner. Your gums will stay healthier. You'll avoid the slow decay that turns a toothache into a death sentence. Still not convinced? Let me give you one final piece of context. In World War II, prisoners of war in Japanese camps had no dental care for years. Many survived with their teeth intact by using improvised methods, including aged urine mixed with ash or salt. It's not in the official sanitized military histories, but oral accounts from survivors mention it. They did what worked. When people are desperate, they revert to what's been proven over centuries, not because it's pleasant, because it keeps them alive. We've outsourced our survival to fragile systems, supply chains, pharmacies, grocery stores. One cascade failure, and you're faced with problems your great-great-grandparents solved with things you'd never consider. Urine toothpaste is a reminder that survival isn't about comfort, and that knowledge, disgusting, ancient, proven, might be what keeps you alive when nothing else will. Stay alive, keep your teeth, and remember, history is full of solutions we'd rather not think about until we need them.